There's a difference between schooling and educating. And educating has a whole set of different criteria and transforms how kids see themselves and how they engage in this thing that we call our American ideal.
There's a horizon out there, and our children are going to explore that horizon because we're forward-thinking administration, and that is our focus and that is our push. And so I thank you for being here with these children and letting them know that they matter. We are now able to protect more than $514 million worth of Department of Education programs, the majority of which will be baseline and recurring dollars.
Nothing has been more important to me throughout my career than how I engage with families, because I recognize that these are their children, and we are charged with being custodians to help them in their journey from childhood to adulthood. There's no better classroom than New York City. And this city needs you, this country needs you. If you can do it in New York, it can happen anywhere in the nation.
Hola, yo soy Chris García y soy un estudiante de cuarto grado aquí en Samara Community School. Bienvenidos a nuestra escuela, donde todos los estudiantes aprenden tanto en español como en inglés. Estamos emocionados de tenerte aquí.
Hello, my name is Leslie Oliveira de los Santos, and I'm a 4th grade student here at Samara Community School. Welcome to our school where all the students learn in both Spanish and English. We are so excited to have you here today. Now join me in welcoming New York City Mayor Attic Adams.
You know, as I'm sitting here, Marsha, you know, I think about oftentimes when I talk with the first deputy mayor when we just sort of downloading together, and I say that, you know, history is going to be kind to us. When you look at what we have accomplished in the city. And she said, we're not going to wait for history, Eric. We're going to tell our story now. We're going to tell our story now. And the reason Chancellor Banks and his team wanted to change the books that our children read because the authors do not look like them, do not know their narratives, and do not appreciate the diversity that comes with developing the full personhood of a child. And that's what we're faced as an administration. Far too many people have bought into the narrative. It is unbelievable how successful we have been in the field of education, straddled in really dealing with all of the challenges that any administration could ever foresee. Normally you get one crisis, but we had two. We had COVID, and then we had to deal with 200,000 human beings that were trying to pursue the American dream. And in spite of all of that, we inherited a system where the previous administration paid and used temporary dollars for permanent programs. Summer Rising wasn't permanent. Our 3K pre-K wasn't permanent. The dollars were sunsetting. We were paying for class seats and not bodies in the seat. And all the onslaught. And in spite of all of that, we sat down with the team and said, we cannot fail children again. We had a system that failed children. It was a downstream mindset. We pushed our babies into the river, and then we pulled them out downstreams, and people made money off the dysfunctionality of the Department of Education for years. We knew that 30 to 40% of young men at Rikers Island were dyslexic, but we did nothing about it. And you cannot ignore the fact, because when you see the dysfunctionality of education, it impacts all children, but specifically Black and brown children. Why were we paying so much to educate our children and we were getting a failed product year after year after year after year? I cannot help believe that if the educational system were failing children of other ethnicities, you will see a total dismantling of the educational system. We were dispendable. And I'm one of them. As a child who was dyslexic, that didn't believe I could learn, thought I was dumb, and didn't see the reason of going to school. That is what we've done. These numbers before us are the facts. We're outpacing the state in reading and math. Outpacing the state. Gotta look at the numbers. You have to really look at the numbers. And so his story is not our story. We are going to tell our story. And I'm going to ask you, all of you, to start being the advocate for a school system that is working. Look across the globe, folks. All across the globe, the same demographic of children are failing. All across the globe. That is what we're up against and what we're fighting. That's what this chancellor is doing. And we don't always get it right, but we are not afraid to say, let's try another way. We're not afraid to say we have to dig deeper and find solutions. It is mind-boggling to me that people are blaming us for the fiasco of the 3K pre-K. We inherited a mess. We inherited a mess. We inherited a mess of the food that we was feeding our children, that was feeding healthcare crises. I was the sole candidate on the campaign trail that said we're not removing school safety agents from our schools that protect our babies, that we heard from them over and over again that they wanted a better relationship with their school safety agents in the police department. Chancellor's building new schools, improving the environments of the school climate in areas that were denied for so many years, paying teachers the salaries they deserved, paying them what they deserved. And so Leslie and Chris is an example of the product that we're producing. It is unbelievable that we believe children should only learn English in our school system. I mean, what are we thinking about? We have a city with all of these different nationalities, all of these different languages, the brain development of a child would acquire a different language at an early age better than waiting until they become an adult. And we're not leaning into that. That's the arrogance of a European mindset that the only language that should be known is one language, English. These babies should learn all these different languages to communicate with each other. Huge challenges. And I've been clear since day one. Go look at what I ran on. Public safety, improving the lives of our children, affordability, building housing, taking on these tough choices. I'm an urban mayor. There's never been an urban mayor. Where the heck did you ever see a bald-headed, earring-wearing mayor in the history of this city? And so, yes, I have an urban attitude. And I come with, we know. I am you. I'm one of you. Blue-collar mayor. Blue-collar mayor. Know your struggles and know what you're going through. Don't let the narrative hijack our success and what we have done, particularly those of you who are educators. They break your spirit every day. You come in with all of the challenges of running your own personal lives. And then you have to come in the classroom and see babies who are coming from environments where they're struggling every day. Some of them are coming from the Darien Gap, making their way here. There are thousands of children that we are educating. Some of them are coming from domestic violence situations. Some of them are coming from homelessness. And in spite of all of that, you have to find a way to make that child believe, like Ms. Pasternak did for me, my third grade teacher. You're pouring into these children, and you should be proud of that. And making our children world-class leaders is what this chancellor is inspired to do. We are here, and we know, Chancellor Banks and I don't know when the last time you had a chancellor and a mayor from the public school system. Came up through the public school system. If there's no greater indicator of what you could become, the chancellor of the largest school system in the country and the mayor of the most important city on the globe is public school educated. We're halfway through our run, 2.5 years of doing the impossible. People told us it was going to take, how many years, Sheena? They said it was going to take 5 years. 5 years to turn around the city. Look at us. 2.5 years. We've accomplished so much in the 2.5 years, and nothing is more important than what we've done here. And I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. This woman sitting here, Lucina Clark, back when I was state senator, started the first task force about children with disabilities. We have been partners ever since. But my time is in the fields. And it was so important, it was not only professional, but it was personal to me when we did dyslexia, universal dyslexia screening for all students, so we could identify early when they are experiencing learning disabilities. Can you imagine waking up every day, and as you say your prayers, you're on your knees and say, God, please don't have me read so I won't be humiliated throughout the day. Right now, there are babies in our school system who are little Erics of today who's saying that same prayer. Well, you know what? You don't have to pray anymore about being untaught and unlearned because you learned differently. We're going to be there for you. We're proud that we have offered access to 42,000 seats for 3K education. 42,000. This is DM Amazon. This is a 300% increase than what we've had before. 300% increase. Go look at those numbers prior to us coming into office. And we're continuing to work to ensure that every child who wants a seat will get a seat. But we didn't stop there. Summer rising was sunsetting. The money was gone. It was no more money. They knew when they put in place that it was going to sunset in 2024. They said, let the next mayor worry about it. And the average mayor would not have been able to come up with the right mindset to do so. All of those who want to be mayor don't know what it is to be mayor. 110,000 students all summer long, stability to parents, fun and educational opportunities. We added 57 gifted and talented programs citywide because there are accelerated learners in school. Let's stop acting like it's not. And hooray to Chancellor Banks for not just going with the narrative and the minority who yelled the loudest, but making sure we allow those accelerated learners to continue to excel and learn. We added over 26,000 classroom seats through major constructions and modernization. He's opening 9 new schools. And I hope he talk on some of those 9 schools that he's opening. 9 new schools. Expanded our dual language program, recruited bilingual teachers, and made it easier for teachers to get bilingual teaching certifications, meaning we can now reach more multilingual language students, and they can talk to their classmates to learn their language at the same time. That is how you develop the full personhood of a child. Not only academically smart, but emotionally intelligent to understand that we're in a universal world that we live in right now, and you better be a universal leader of the future. Including the Future Ready NYC. In addition to offering our students a quality education, we are creating programs that help young New Yorkers prepare for life after school. One of the first things Chancellor Banks said to me when I recruited him and interviewed him for 8 years is when our children finish, what did they earn? What is the return on our investment? And many of these babies, you go to them in the 10th, 11th, 12th grade, and they say, I don't even know why I did this for all this time. We need to prepare them for life after school. And that is what Future Ready NYC looks like. This work has resulted in students earning a cumulative $8.2 million from paid work experience at top companies over the past 2 years. This is good stuff. I was in co-op as a child, went to school 1 week and then had a job the next week. So important. It took me out of South Jamaica, Queens. It showed me why you tie a tie, how to shake hands, how to be in an environment where you feel uncomfortable and intimidated, how to understand what people expect from you. And that is what this is all about. We have also partnered with New York City Kid Rise. We're really proud of this DM, First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright, and bringing the team together because when you seed a college education, the children are more likely to attend college in the process. Early starting to seed those college education was important. Allocated more than $30 million for college savings for more than 200,000 students. And you remember last year, or early this year, when we went to Albany, and everyone was talking about how we would not get mayoral control renewed, and I kept saying, we're gonna land the plane. Not only did they renew it, they put it in the budget, what everyone said was impossible to do. Governor Hochul was just a real partner in making sure we continue the quality that we deserve. We want to thank the UFT and all of our lawmakers in Albany for understanding how important it was. Teachers were leaving here constantly because we were not paying them what they deserved. Settled the contract. 94% of our contracts we settled. And we were getting 96 and 98% ratification rates. Union members, over 300,000 city employees, would stop us all the time and say, finally someone understands that we deserve the pay for our family. We did it with the human service workers. Over and over again, we understood we must lift up working class people because there's a working class mayor. We're now at a 95% retention rate for our teachers. That is an A. That is an A. These are just some of our accomplishments. But today we're here for a special one. The Chancellor announced earlier with his New York City Education Read initiative that now the state is incorporating into statewide, and I believe it's going to become a national model. Today, we're announcing the creation of the Division of Inclusive and Accessible Learning, codenamed DOE. Come here. Come give me that pom-pom. all that energy. Why are you seeing that energy? This division, we're going to put $750 million, a $750 million budget that is in this whole body of work, and 1,300 staff to elevate and support the needs of multi-language learners and students with disabilities. We're bringing in a real leader in Christina Folty to handle it. Those of you who have children, just allow yourself, as Messina Clark has shared with me with My Time Inc., and visiting some of the parents with children with disabilities. We knew what was happening in these districts. We knew these children were not being prepared for tomorrow. And some of them were just caught in this spiraling decline. And we knew it. We knew it. And we allowed it to continue over and over again with no real direction. That's the energy you're seeing. For so long, not only were the parents, but the educators who were in this space knew we could and should, and we had to do better. And we're going to try. It's not going to be easy, we know that, because there's a lot of distrust, and you roll out programs, and sometimes people feel as though we do it a big hoopla, and then it's not self-sustaining. But we're going to give it our all. We've heard it over and over and over again about this population of achievers who are not given the opportunity that they deserve. So every student can be prepared for a rewarding career and economic security, no matter their background or ability. This work will be guided by external voices through a new advisory council that will help shape support system for immigrant students and their families, and aim to improve educational opportunities and outcomes for every child, especially those who need the extra support. The fight is personal. And yes, it's professional, but it's personal. It's personal to many of us that have gone through the feeling that you don't belong, you don't have a future, and that there's no opportunity for you. We can turn this around. And that's the facts that we are fighting for. That equality of opportunity is the mission of the heart of public education, from universal pre-K to our selective high schools and technical training programs. New York City students have every opportunity in the world to learn, grow, and succeed. And the cultural economic diversity of our school system is unmatched anywhere. And the education is in that diversity, believe it or not. It's more than what's on the pages of the books, but it's the stories and the narratives of the students who attend the schools. We're going to expand the educational experience outside the four walls of our buildings. They must know the systems that they live in and the communities that they live in. Folks, that's why we're seeing so much hate right now. That's why we're seeing so much anger, so much angst, because our children have not explored their communities. They don't know what it's like to walk into a mosque, a synagogue, a Baptist church, a Buddhist temple. They don't know what someone's wear a yarmulke, a hijab. They don't know what it is to have a turban. They don't sit down across the table. They know people who look like them, talk like them, eat the same food, listen to the same music, do the same thing. Many of our children live in 1 square mile their entire lives. That anti-Christopher Columbus theory is going to be dismantled under this administration. They're going to explore the world and the globe. These are not MetroCard leaders. These are passport leaders. And one of the goals we have, that every baby that graduates from high school, we want them to have the passport with their diploma in their hands so they can start exploring the globe. That is what we want to accomplish. Don't limit their scope. If you can be a doctor in Manhattan, you can do it in Manchester. If you could be an architect in Bed-Stuy, you can do it in Belgium. The globe needs to be explored, and we need to put them on a pathway and direction of doing that, and that is what we accomplished. But that's not all we're announcing today. I'm really proud of this, and I want the Chancellor to go into debt. Building on the double-digit increases in math. I don't know if you heard me. Double-digit increases in math. Math scores now with our students have already achieved. We are today announcing the launch of New York City Solves, a new curriculum that would transform how we are teaching math in New York City schools, the way we transform how we're teaching reading. We went from a system that was broken and was failing and was just making paper for other people to a system that's improving how our children read. It was a bold, bold step what the Chancellor did, and now he's taking that next bold step and doing it with math. Chancellor Banks will come up here in a moment to discuss the specifics, but the equation is simple. When you take good policy and multiply it by hard work, the net results will always be positive. So I want to thank our teachers, our staff, our students, and families for being part of the greatest school system in the nation. I want to thank our partners with the UFT and the CSA, and all the community advocates, and all those who have been fighting for so long in turning this system around. They've been advocating and pushing from the outside. And you know, sometimes you could fight so long, you don't even realize when you have the victory. You don't have to fight anymore. Let's come in and build together. And building together doesn't mean we're not going to disagree. But we don't have to be disagreeable, because our babies are watching us. They're asking, how do you solve conflicts? Do you solve conflicts by yelling at each other, fighting each other, attacking each other? And then you tell them not to yell at each other, fight each other, attack each other? They say, lead by example, adults. And that's what we want to do as an administration. So I thank you. Right now, this leadership is not going to allow another Eric Adams to sit in the classroom and pray to be overlooked. We're going to have the next Eric Adams to pray to be acknowledged, because he too could be the mayor of the city of New York. Now I want to bring up the Chancellor of the greatest school system on the globe, Chancellor David Banks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. I want everybody to rise to your feet for a moment. And I want you to talk to the person next to you, behind you, in front of you, and say, we're already winning. All right. You can have a seat now. The mayor was so right, and I thank the mayor for his vision and for his leadership on so many of these things that we're doing in education are because we've got a great leader who has set forth a vision for us to follow, and I can't thank him enough. But there was a special announcement that he made, and I can't let it go further without a further acknowledgement. This is a historic day as we bring together the offices of special education and multilingual language learners together under a vision that is going to elevate both of them to heights unknown. And the reason why we're doing this is because this woman is the woman who has been leading in this work for so long, who came to me with a vision of what it would take to take this work to another level. And I think she deserves an even bigger round of applause. I want her to come on up here and say a word. Christina Foti.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chancellor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Chancellor. Thank you, Mayor. We are so grateful for this opportunity, and I think the reason you're hearing this energy today is we've been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting for the moment to elevate our children, to acknowledge our children, to say that, as the mayor so beautifully said, Eric, we see you. We know you're going to succeed, and we're going to make sure you're set up for success. And we're seeing it already. We have our autism programs and students in our autism programs graduating at 95% four-year graduation rates. We have our EverL students graduating at 91% graduation rates. So we know what to do. Now we need to make sure that every classroom, every school is doing it across the system. And we feel we're in really, really wonderful hands with our Chancellor and are so proud to be part of this exciting time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor.
So just a quick note, back when we launched NYC Reads, I heard from so many educators, families, and community members across the city, the country, and even from around the world. People were excited about what this shift to the science of reading would mean for all of our children. But sometimes that excitement was also paired with a question, and that question was always, but what about math? See, so as much of our schools struggle with teaching or reading, many of them also struggle with effective math instruction. And this struggle manifests itself in all of the data. So listen to this. In 2023, half of our students in grades 3 through 8 were not proficient in math. And that was an improvement from the year before. And nearly 66% of Black students and approximately 64% of Latino students scored below proficiency. I don't know about you, but I think that is wholly unacceptable. This trend persists into high school. In 2023, 42% of our students did not even pass the Algebra 1 Regents exam by the end of the 9th grade. And this problem isn't unique to New York City. Just like the reading, you see the correlation on the math as well. In Philadelphia public schools, nearly 80% of the students were not proficient in math in 2023. In Chicago, it was 82.5%, and in Detroit, 91% of the students in the city of Detroit scored below proficiency. It's outrageous. So we know that literacy is a foundational skill that our students need for success in school, work, and life, but so is numeracy. And as the data shows, not only do we have a literacy crisis in this country, but we absolutely have a math crisis as well. And this struggle with math for many of us runs very deep, and it starts early. Students develop a fear of math from the earliest grades. And we have kids who will say, I'm not a math person. But even worse than that, we have teachers who say, I'm not a math person. And I saw that firsthand. I was an elementary school teacher, and many of the elementary school teachers have a liberal arts background. They were good in English and history, but not so good in the math and the sciences. And so they have a fear that they then bring to the classroom. So we've got to turn this around. Following in the footsteps of NYC Reads, this fall we will be introducing NYC Solves. 93 middle schools in 8 districts and 420 high schools across the city will use the same curriculum, illustrative math, supported by intensive teacher coaching, just like we are providing for NYC Reads. With NYC Solves, our classrooms will be focused on deeply understanding math concepts, connecting these concepts to each other, and applying these concepts to the real world. In other words, students must learn the fundamentals and understand the concepts behind them. And importantly, they need a clear grasp of how math operates beyond the classroom, in the supermarket, at the bank, in careers ranging from engineering to computer science, business to healthcare. I want to ask the superintendents, this was interesting about this, but it's a little different than what we did with NYC Reads. We had 8 superintendents who came to us to say, not only are we deeply inspired by the work we're already doing with NYC Reads, but our community is saying, let's move forward right now on math. So we did not mandate this yet. We had our hands full with trying to do the reading and getting us right back on track. But to have these superintendents step up and say, we are ready for that next challenge and we want to move forward in doing that, I think is just exemplary. And I just want to ask those superintendents to stand. Superintendents McGuire, Vaughn, Padilla, Rosado, Alvarez, Cintron, Ezzarella, and Lazada. All of our superintendents. Give them a big round of applause. I want to thank you for your vision. You didn't have to lead, but that's what I call, that's leadership. Because what you are doing now, the rest of the city is going to follow. So thank you for taking that first step on behalf of your children. I want to thank our entire team for their tireless work on this initiative. In addition to our superintendents, our principals, all of our educators who are going to bring NYC Solves to life in our classrooms. Also want to thank our labor partners, the UFT. I didn't see Michael here today, but I did see Henry Rubio from the CSA. Where's Henry? Is Henry over there somewhere? Where's Henry? Henry, thank you, my man. Thank you for being a great partner with us on not only this, but on so many other pieces of this work that we are very much focused on. And so now with this, I just want to say this. We want to end with some reflections. We've accomplished so much this year. As you heard from Mayor Adams, he mentioned several of these things already. But it doesn't end there. Just a few more things. We have seen our first enrollment increase in 8 years. That's a huge sign. To keep our children safe, we have completed a total of almost 500 safer access door locking installations. All of our elementary schools, and by the end of the summer, all of our middle schools will be fully secured. Something that's near and dear to me, and we grew a community collective. So this is not just school safety agents, it's not just the NYPD, it's not just the folks who work in the schools. It's the community, the village, that has to raise the child. And that's what Project Pivot represents for us. And we have now grown Project Pivot to 257 schools. All the brothers, Project Pivot, let me see you. Yes. We've offered training to teachers to ensure that schools conduct 2 to 5 minutes of daily mindful breathing with students. That's something the mayor said walking in the door. In fact, the mayor was talking about this 8 years ago when he was interviewing me for this job. That is something that is missing, and it is so critical. Something that would seem so simple, just 2 to 5 minutes, just to pause and let's reflect and just let your mind be at ease. That is a lifelong skill that we are continuing to develop for our children. They need it for their own mental health. And I got newsflash, many of the adults in this room, you need it too. The mayor talked about the work that we've already done with our modern youth apprenticeship programs. We've supported over 400 students into paid internships and 30 different host sites. We've launched our first climate action days, Emma. And with the sanitation department, we've scaled curbside composting to 100% of our K-12 schools. We are paying attention to the environment. It matters. We continue to expand our Hidden Voices curricular resources to expose students to the diverse perspectives, as the mayor talked about, representing our city, publishing Hidden Voices on the global African diaspora, and announcing plans to create Hidden Voices on the Muslim and Jewish American communities. It matters. It matters. You can't be a citizen of the world with a neighborhood mentality. You got to continue to expand on their perspective. That's why we've also added this year Diwali as a school holiday. It matters. We added 40 new bilingual programs this year. It's so heartwarming. What's your name? Come over here again. Tell me your name. Yes. Chris? To see Chris come up here. And speak so fluently. Just wonderful, amazing. Chris, you are just brilliant. It's written all over your face. We need you. New York City needs you. Thank you. Thank you, my man. But think about that. We speak 180 different languages in this city, in our school system. I mean, just wrap your mind around that. 180 languages in New York City public schools. And the mayor and I talk about this all the time. The whole world lives here. There's a reason why this is the most important city on the globe and why everybody is trying to get here. We've launched a virtual school and a hybrid school. And now all high schools, starting next year, will have the opportunity to offer virtual courses after school and on the weekends. And over 100 schools will start doing that in September. We are looking ahead to AI, the next frontier in virtual learning, and an opportunity to completely transform the way we do schools. Pay attention. AI is going to absolutely dramatically change how we are doing schools. Right now, you hear people talking about it as though it's just going to help teachers be able to do their lesson plans a little bit more efficiently and a couple other things like that. The very nature in which we do schools is going to dramatically change. So when the mayor talks about, again, this global village, if I'm a third grader sitting in this school right here, if I'm an 8th grader in another school in Queens, what about having access to teachers in China, in India, in Africa, that the whole world becomes connected through this technology? That is where we are going, folks. That's what I mean when I say pay attention. Dramatic change is on the way. Ultimately, this long list of accomplishments only scratches the surface because across our 1,600 schools and our nearly 1 million students, there are thousands upon thousands of success stories. Stories of individual students growing, learning, and achieving. And I want to just close my remarks with just this one little story. At PS 345, which is a Phase 1 NYC Reed School in Brooklyn, one of this year's 5th grade students, young man by the name of Papa Ba, he was a young boy who moved to this country from Senegal. And when he arrived here, he spoke no English. Within 1 year, he had advanced from a kindergarten level on reading to a 3rd grade reading level in 1 year. And when he graduated last week, he received the Principal's Award for Future Scholars. He's here today, everybody, with his father and his teacher. Papa Ba, you represent the best of what our entire New York City school system is all about. We love you. We're not going to let you down. You have a wonderful, loving family who is right here with you, and everybody else here is with you too. So you keep up the good work. The best is yet to come. So stories like this remind us of why we are here and why we do this work. So let's use this as an inspiration and a motivation to do all that we can to build bright starts and bold futures for all of our children. And with that, I would like to introduce Imani Reevy, an 8th grader from Fannie Lou Hamer Middle School right here in District 12. And Imani is going to tell us a little bit about her math experience in school. Thank you, Imani. Oh, yes. You take your time. Take a nice deep breath. Nice deep breath. That's right. That's how you do it. Take another one. Real deep breath. That's how you get the butterflies out. Okay? And now you go get them. You're going to be great.
Hello. My name is Imani, and I am an 8th grader at Fannie Lou Hamer Middle School. I've changed a lot of my feelings about math because of the fact I've had amazing teachers and engaging lessons. I used to hate math. Not only did I hate it, I wasn't as confident in my abilities as I am now. I used to think I wasn't good at it and simply couldn't do it. Since being in Emma and Antonella's math classes, I now feel confident in my skills. The way I do math, both with help and without help, has really changed. I enjoy math, and I actually love learning about math, both new and old. Specifically, finding the volume of cylinders. That has to be my favorite. Having lessons that are not only engaging, but interactive, and being able to get the help needed to succeed in math has really altered the way I feel about math as a whole. I find this really important because keeping kids engaged and having fun while